Hey guys, thanks for watching Dice&Decks. We're going to try to do our first review here, and I'm outside. I'm not sure how the background noise will be, so if it's too intense, I apologize, and maybe we'll just do it inside from now on, but wanted to give this a shot. So, the game we're going to review is called The Resistance Avalon. You get 14 character cards, 10 quest cards, 5 successes and 5 failures, 5 team tokens, 20 voting tokens, 10 of which are approve and 10 of which are reject, 5 score markers, blue and red, a round marker, a vote track marker, a leader token, 3 score tableaus, they're one side for each player count, 2 loyalty cards, and that's if you decide to use the Lady of the Lake and the Plot Thickens cards from the Resistance, and 1 Lady of the Lake token, which is optional. The objective of the game, it's a game of hidden loyalty. Players are either loyal servants of Arthur fighting for goodness and honor or aligned with the evil ways of Mordred. Good wins the game by successfully completing 3 quests. Evil wins if 3 quests end in failure. Evil can also win by assassinating Merlin at game's end, or if a quest cannot be undertaken. Players may make any claims during the game that they would like, and at any point in the game, discussion, deception, accusation, and logical deduction are all equally important in order for good to prevail, or evil to rule the day. So that's where the role-playing part of it comes in. There aren't any dice involved, just a lot of tokens and some role-playing. The character cards determine the player's loyalty. Each player is either good or evil. Character cards on the side of good have Arthur's sigil, a red background. Basically, that represents whether you're good or evil. Loyalty are denoted with a special font, and some characters have special powers during the game. Merlin and the Assassin are included in all games, and the remaining special character cards are optional. A player's character card may not be revealed at any point in the game, nor the character art discussed. The leader token designates the player that will propose the quest team. Team tokens allocate positions on the quest team. Vote tokens approve or reject the leader's proposed questing team. A quest card determines a quest's success or failure. And, then it goes through the setup, which I won't read through everything about it, but essentially, based on the number of players you have, you determine which questing board you're going to go on. So you get one that's for 5 players, 2 minions of Mordred. You get one for 8 players, in which you have 3 minions of Mordred. And then you have one for 10 players, in which you have 4 minions of Mordred. And basically, what they're talking about when you're voting is you have either good or evil that wins the first mission. Typically, you always want it to be a success, but that's really up to how your group decides to play it. And then you send people on quests with others. So on the first quest, it's only 2 people. So it's really likely that it's going to succeed. Otherwise, the person that votes failure, they're going to know right away that someone out of those 2 is likely evil. The second quest, you have 3 people that go. The next one, you have 2. The next one, 3 again. And the last one, 3. If it gets rejected, along the bottom here, there's vote counting. So let's say that the first vote for a team of 2 gets denied for whatever reason. I don't know why it would, but let's say that it did. Evil can win by getting the counter all the way up to the final number. And then this just keeps track of where you're at quest-wise, the little circle here. And then you have these little blue tokens on one side. That's if good wins, you put them on the spot there. Or if evil wins the mission, you put that on the spot instead. The different character art cards are Merlin. He knows who evil is, and he must remain hidden. So really good card art. I like the thickness of the cards. You know, they're not too thin, not too flimsy or anything. They should hold up pretty well. I like the art style a lot. Also, Percival, he gets to know who Merlin is. Obviously, also good. You know, he's got the blue backing, and then the sigil of Arthur on the back. Morgana, she's evil. She likes to appear as Merlin, though. So what that means is basically she tries to act like she's Merlin. Then you have a loyal servant of Arthur, just a random knight. I think he looks a bit like Tyrion Lannister. Not sure what you guys think of that. Another loyal servant of Arthur. You know, I'm not sure if that's like one of the other knights of the round table or not. I'm assuming it is. I don't recognize the face or anything. Doesn't really look like anyone to me from Game of Thrones, for example. Maybe the Mountain. I don't know. This one's got a chain helmet. Then you have a lady who's a loyal servant. And then this one kind of reminds me of Joan of Arc a little bit. Then you have Oberon, which, if my lore serves me correctly, Oberon was the king of the fairies. Not positive on that. And this person's unknown to even evil, but they're definitely an evil person. It's just the servants of Mordred don't get to know who that is at the beginning. Or rather, minions of Mordred, excuse me. This is a minion of Mordred. Nice character art there. Another minion of Mordred. Almost reminds me of the Hound's helmet a little bit, you know, in some ways. It's another minion. Then you have an assassin. This is who gets to try to kill Merlin at the end for another chance at victory. And then Mordred, who even Merlin doesn't get to know. Then when you go on a quest, you're given voting cards if you're chosen to go, you know, by whoever's king for that round. And you can either vote with a fail card. Nice tainted chalice there. Or you can vote with a success card. Almost like the Holy Grail kind of thing. And that's pretty much it for, you know, the different cards that you get. There's two other ones, but I won't go into those. Here's how you keep track of who the king is for the round. You pass that around each turn. And then the people that the king wants to go questing get one of these. So you get to be in the king's army, so to speak. It's recommended that the king typically goes, but doesn't have to. And, you know, the reason for that is it looks kind of suspicious if you say you want the mission to succeed, and then you send someone else and it happens that the mission fails. And it almost looks like, you know, you're an evil king and you're working with, you know, one of the other people who might be a minion of Mordred. Then you have your approve with your little money bag on the back. And you reject. And that's how you vote if you don't like the team. If you really think somebody's evil, or you want to try to get yourself on a quest, you use those, and that helps you, you know, try to foil other people's plans. I played this only one time so far. I really enjoyed it, so much so that I had my local game store pick it up. And I don't know if we'll play it in the Hangout tonight or not. I guess we'll see, you know, how others feel about it. But at some point, we'll do a gameplay of it for sure. And then this is the Lady of the Lake token. This is an optional piece that you can use or not. So, all in all, you know, really great quality items that you get in the box. You know, a couple of different ways to play, a couple of different numbers of people that you can play with. And I'd say it's a great game. Definitely worth a pickup. If you haven't played it, give it a look or see if your local game store has a test copy you can run. Dice and Decks signing out. Thanks.